Hey there, have you ever shown up to a gig or rehearsal or studio session and instead of giving you any kind of printed music, they hand you something like this? If you're like me, the first time that happened, you probably freaked out because you signed up to play music, not do math, right? So, in today's video, I'm going to show you how to read and understand a Nashville number chart. Hey friends, this is Haydn Vitera and welcome to Rockstar Violin Academy, functional training for the modern string player. Okay, so what exactly is a Nashville number chart? And no, before you go there, it's not just for country songs. Although it was developed in the Nashville studios in the late 1950s. And it's basically just a shorthand way to map out an entire song, usually just on one piece of paper, um, with numbers representing the chords in any given key. And it's all based on the relation to the major scale of that key. Okay, let's dive right in and see how this works. Let's start with something simple, C major, no sharps or flats, right? If you don't know all your major scales and can recite them off the top of your head, please do that. That's like so basic. You won't be able to function in a band or in the studio until you at least know that, right? And definitely not for what I'm going to teach you today. So, know your major scales. Okay. Hopefully you do. You're a classical musician. All right. Let's use that knowledge though, right? So, C major, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, right? All you're going to do is take those notes and number each one. So C is 1, D is 2, E 3, F 4, G is 5, A 6, B is 7, and then you're back to 1 for the C. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, anytime I refer to the number in this chord chart, it's going to be the chord that is built on that particular note number of the scale. So if I told you the 1 chord, that's going to be the chord that's built on C, which is C major, C, E, G. And if you don't know how to build a triad, let's review that right quick. You just go through the scale, you start on a note, whatever note you're building the triad on, you skip the next note, and then you skip another one, right? So C major is C, E, G. You know this from your arpeggios, right? The 2 chord we're going to call D minor, D, F, A. The 3 chord is E minor, which is E, G, B, and so on and so forth. The main chords of any song really are your 1, your 4, and your 5. So in C, what's that going to be? Well, C is the 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, C, D, E, F. F is your 4, and G is your 5. Okay, another really popular chord to use is the 6 chord, or the 6 minor chord, which in this key is A, C, D, E, F, G, A minor. Okay, so now I'm going to show you what this looks like in real life. Obviously, people still use pen and paper quite a bit, especially when they're writing charts on the fly in the studio sometimes. But if you can get this, this is the way to go. It's called an app called One Chart, and I'll put a link in the description. That's the number 1 CHART. As far as I know, it's only available for Mac OS, actually iOS on the iPad. I don't think you can do it on your phone, on your iPhone, but on the iPad. And I have all my charts for all the bands I play with logged onto this iPad. I make them all here. It's super easy. You can share, you can print. I highly recommend that app, One Chart. But let's show you what it's like to actually to use this. All right. And like I said, you can do this with a pen and paper too. I'm just trying to be a little high tech here, right? Okay, here it goes. All right, so I'm going to screen record my iPad, and hopefully that'll be appearing here on the screen. Let's see. Place your bets and go. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is see what these chords are that we're building in C major. Okay, I've got this, I just created a little sample chart here in One Chart. I've got the scale, the C major scale, the note names, and the numbers right across the top there for easy reference. So if we look at what the 1 chord is going to be, actually, let's see. I need to clear that. Let's see. Okay, if we look at what the 1 chord is going to be, the 1 in C major, Keep in mind, we're in C major, only using notes that are in that scale. That's the C chord, which of course, if we're doing our thing, we're doing C, and we're going to skip over the D, and we're going to do E, and then skip over the F, and we're going to have G. So that's our one chord. That's C major. All right. Now we're going to go down, and what is the two chord? The two chord, in this key, it's going to be minor, and we'll get into that in a little bit. But that's the one that's built on D, and so that's D minor, and that equals, you start on D, skip over E, you got F, skip over G, A. Make sense? All right. Let's do the three chord. That's also a minor chord. And that's going to be the one that's built on E, which is E minor. Oops. E minor. And by the same process, it's going to be E, G, B. I'm going to start going a little faster so this doesn't take an hour. All right, our four chord is F. And that's F major, F, A, C. Our five chord is the one built on G, and that's going to be G, B, D. Our sixth chord is also going to be a minor chord. What you'll learn as you go is that the 1, 4, and 5 chords in a major key are always your major chords. The 2, 3, and 6 are going to be minor. That's if you're using only the notes that are in that given scale. Obviously, you can always change notes and create, different chord qualities, different sounds, but we're going to keep it, like my buddies in Nashville say, keep it in the farmer's market. We're going to keep it simple. All right, so the sixth minor, the sixth note of the C major scale is A. So we're going to do A, C, E. That's A minor. Oops. I screwed up already. That is A minor. Come on, Haydn. All right. Then the chord that is built on the seventh note is B, and that's going to be a diminished chord. All right. We're not going to get into that right now. Just know that that's a little funky type of chord that is very useful, very cool, but we're not going to mess with it right now. B diminished, and that is B, D, F. Okay, so now we got those chords mapped out, and you've got them. Hopefully, go ahead and write these down, or if you have this app now, you can do that too. But I'm going to start my screen recording here and put that up on the screen. Let's do some sample chord progressions that you would see on a chart, right? And I'm going to do a whole video on this set of four chords that I'm going to put right here, because these four chords in different orders make up pretty much, I would say, 90% of the #1 songs and pop hits that you hear on the radio. And that is the 1. So let's say you show up and the chart looks like this: 1, 5, 6 minor, 4. Now each of these numbers represents one measure. So let's say we're, in a standard song, 4/4, standard time, 4 beats to a measure, quarter note gets the beat, right? So the 1 chord gets 4 beats, 5 chord gets 4 beats, right? It's a measure. Each one of these is a measure. So if we saw that 1, 5, 6 minor, 4, and we knew that the key was C major, what chords are those going to be? Okay, I'm going to let you think about it for a second. Okay, obviously the 1 is going to be C. The 5 is going to be what? Look at your cheat sheet there. That's going to be G. The 6 minor is A minor, and the 4 is F. One of the really cool things about the One Chart app is that you can easily switch between the numbers to the letter names. So I just instantly did that. Now we have no problem doing that. The beauty of the Nashville number system, okay, is that with the same number chart, with one number chart, you can use that for all 12 keys, right? Let's say, for example, that we wanted to have the 1, 5, 6 minor 4 in D. I'll go up here and change the key on this app, okay? And it becomes D, A, B minor, G. Now, I'll do more videos on this. This is just your intro. But knowing the notes of the D major scale, that's how we figure out what the 1, 5, 6 minor 4 in D is, and so on and so forth with every single key. Let's go back to C major and let's do another chord progression. Maybe now you have something like 6 minor, 3 minor, 4, 1. Okay, let's just say that. That's not really, I'm not thinking of any particular song. That's just a random choice. Let's look at that. So the 6 minor is A minor. The 3 minor is going to be your 3 chord, E minor. F, number 4 is F, and 5 is G. Oops, I'm still in D major. My bad. I got to change my key back over here. So that becomes, your chords will be A minor, E minor, F, and C. All right, amigos, that's your primer, your basic boot camp on Nashville numbers. I will be doing a lot more videos teaching all the other aspects of the Nashville number chart and how useful it can be when you're reading these charts in the studio, on stage, in a live situation. Also for writing songs, if you're a songwriter, an artist, and you have a band that's going to be playing with you, if you can write these charts out and hand them to the band, and if they can read the chart, obviously, that's going to help a lot. And it's going to help save a lot of time in rehearsal for sure. I can't say enough about the benefits of the Nashville number system. Like I said, this is just a basic intro. I hope you got a lot out of it. Thanks for being here. More videos to come, and stay tuned for a new Rockstar Violin Academy website. I want to get to where you guys can join my email list. I'm setting that all up as we speak. I've got a lot of great assets to share with you, and a lot of great lessons to come, and I'm just excited to be doing this. So thanks for being here. Haydn Vitera, Rockstar Violin Academy, and we'll see you next time.